Right, good morning everyone. Welcome to McBoss Capital live stream. Today is Thursday, November 20th, 2025 at 8:50 a.m. Mountain Time. That's 10:50 a.m. Eastern Time. Today market is really happy. Nvidia news were good, and unemployment report was not too bad. 110,000 jobs, I believe. So overall, market is really happy about the Nvidia earnings, and that's what really lift the market today. And you can see they're all green. Not only green, but they're up quite a bit, like up 2.3%. Nasdaq, Dow is up 1.4. S&P is up 1.85. Nasdaq is volume super high. That's really good because that just kind of sounds like an accumulation day today, and New York Stock Exchange volume is just a little bit above 1%. It would be better if that also went up, but let's see if let's see how it closes. So far the morning the market is holding. So let's look at QQQ here. We can see that it is above the 10-day. We bounce back. This has been sliding for like roughly three to 4 weeks here. So now it's a good sign. Last time we came above this, it fell the next day. So that's something we gotta watch out for. So make sure you have your risk management rule in case today is just a 1 day thing. So that's that. Let's go to 5 minute chart. Very strong momentum so far. We haven't even like we test the low, but we didn't really break it. And again, it's still early in the day. Anything can happen. Whether it'll close the gap, that's I don't know as well. So something to watch out for. SPY, let's go to that one. Intraday chart looks very similar, holding the lows of the day. Again, gap up above the 10-day, very similar chart. Let's go to Dow. Here we still below the 10-day, so that is negative. And also, you draw a channel line on the top here is pretty steep still, so that's might need more time to digest. But again, the intraday chart looks pretty good so far. Let's look at Russell IWM. This one also looks really good, gapping up this morning, and right now it's above 10 days, still below 21 day. So we'll see how this plays out. But so far, some of this are still in downtrend momentum. Russell and Dow, I believe both of them are still pretty steep downtrend. But if S&P uh, can kind of hold today's gains, that will be really good news. And same thing with Nasdaq, right? So if tomorrow, again, today is just 1 day, but if tomorrow we're able to follow through and make new high again, then we might be on that momentum. So something to look at. And same thing with stocks, I would say. If today has a nice boost, see if tomorrow it can follow through, or whether it's going to pull back right away. So those are things I'm watching out for today. Let's go to stocks on the move. EXAS. I'm not sure. I think it has some buyout news maybe. It really jumped on that news. ECO. I don't know the stock well. NTS. NetEase API. Google is still running. Two stocks that are very similar. Let's look at the chart here in terms of chart. Here's Google. Yesterday was a huge bounce, and then today we can see it. Let me take out my markup for a second. You can see it break out to new high, and it did close a little bit weak, but today it followed through. 4% gain right now. The other stock that is very similar, light momentum, also strong bounce yesterday, closed in the middle range, but today able to fall through. So those two are very similar. Let me go down this list. We have Nvidia here. Let's look at Nvidia. Here we go. Break the downtrend line. Very nice downtrend line for more than 45-degree angle. So that when we break that, that looks really good. It did close down for the it's at the bottom of the range for today, so it looks like it wants to test the lows here, but overall it still looks pretty good. Watch how it breaks. It's one thing to test the bottom, the low, is watch how it breaks it. If it breaks it and it trade very tightly, that is usually a good sign. If it breaks it and you see a long bar or even more long bars after, then that's a little bit more not a good sign. But so far it looks okay so far this morning, but again, we're still early in the day. Let's look at Broadcom here, AVGO. This one is near the top of the range, very strong momentum there. Let's look at Taiwan Semiconductor. This one also breaking the downtrend line again, trading near the range, very tight though. Again, so it's okay. So let's see how that continues. Let's keep going here. We have iron. Some of these have been beaten pretty bad. AGX, this one has been really strong, but it's not on my list because of the earnings. Um, Brookfield, HCI, DY. DY is another telecom stock that moved on earnings yesterday, and look at that breakout today, follow through. So this is all of a sudden becoming a leadership, show leadership here. So that's interesting, right? But it's definitely extended, hard to get in at this moment. Um, let's continue here with A Lab. Again, some of these are bouncing, but they're not the strongest, I think. Credo, let's take a look at Credo. Credo is kind of breaking the downtrend line. Like if you draw this down, it's still very steep. I would say near 45, but not quite yet. Maybe more like 40 or so. But yeah. So maybe there might be one more test. We'll see where it closed today and how it behaved tomorrow. But at this moment, it is above the trend line. But like I said, the trend line is still kind of steep, so it could be tested once more. Uh, Shopify. Let's take a quick look at Shopify. Yeah, this one, this is the problem with some of the stocks. They bounce today, but then they reverse, right? And they're still below, this one in this case, below the 21-day pink line. So they're not quite ready yet. They might be tested more. Um, so there's CLS run and GS here. Let's take a look at CLS. But this one, yesterday where did it close? Can't really tell, but it might be closing in, yeah, in the near the 10-day. Today it was able to come back above it, up 3%. Again, it's trading at the bottom range, but okay, it just tick up again. So maybe it's okay. Yeah. And OCBRT is in this category as well. Same thing here. They both kind of went above the 10-day and now at the bottom of the range. So we'll see where it closes. Like, you definitely don't want to close at the bottom of the range. Not saying that it won't work, but tomorrow if it falls through, yeah, then that will be a buy signal. What else is there? Let me go to my list here. I want to show some health stocks because they're leading the charge today. Let's show you the index. XBI biotech is really strong right now. It's leading the chart right now. Look at this momentum. So some of the biotech stocks that I like here. Let's see, H roll. Um, this one is bouncing a little bit. Not the strongest chart, but it's trying to come out. So we'll see if we can make it. Next one, MDGL. This one is really strong. Have a strong 10-day, above 10-day momentum here. SNDX, I think. Sandex Pharmaceutical. So this one is coming out today. This is a nice breakout. This is a nice pullback. So that looks really good. What other stocks? We have ADMA here. ADMA here again. We have this nice pullback here, and then now we're breaking out. So that looks good. PODD. Unfortunately, this didn't work this morning. It came out, but then it fell back very quickly. So that's not a good sign for that one. Let's look at Taurus. There's probably a lot more others that I haven't looked at yet, but here's another one making new high. So yeah, biotech seems to be leading the charge today, even though we thought maybe it's all tech. I'm not saying the tech's not good, but let's go to tech. See, I miss anything? Okay, I want to talk about C1, uh, Clear Water Analytics. This is software financial area. So long-term downtrend, it broke that, and then we gap up here, and then we pull back, and then so far we have been bouncing since that pullback. So it looks really sharp. It's definitely turning around kind of story here. Let me see, Calm. Here's another one that's trying to come out today. It has pulled back a little bit from the top, but it's still looking pretty good. Again, tomorrow follow through signal will be very strong if we can do that. Let's see what else did I miss here. SEM is another strong stock. Pull back recently, again bounced today. Let's see if it can hold today. Viking on the retail side. This one's coming out as well on the trend line. So still have some room there. Let's see if there's anything else that pop up. Cohere, Mod, yeah, those are very strong bounce today. They're coming back straight from the bottom. So that's Cohere, and then Modine. This one also coming back straight from the bottom. Those are two couple of stocks that's strong today. Not much commodities. Okay. Financial, I don't see much. So that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. Have